Good morning, everybody. It is time to make apple pie. Preheat your oven to 400. I don't have Granny Smith. In a large bowl, go ahead and combine your On a lightly floured surface, go ahead and roll each disc out until they are a foot, 12 inches around. I will let you know that since we have replaced the window with a screen and put the shade cloth in, this greenhouse is amazingly cooler. Also could be the change of weather too, but there's a big difference. Somebody decided that they wanted to move in during the time that we didn't have a window. Something's sprouting. Wonder what you are. I'm being told that these are called soldier flies. They look like wasps, but they don't act like wasps, except for when they're trying to dive bomb me. So because I was told that these soldier flies really enjoy compost piles, I'm imagining that they're attracted to stink. So I'm gonna try one of those stinky fly traps and see if it works. See? So I sold a sheep last week and I sent my feed bucket with that lamb because it needed feed, and I forgot to get my bucket back. So here's my new bucket. Is it just me, or every time you go to the grocery store, do you end up spending $100 for a couple things, $200 for a few things? Seriously, Now, I'm not trying to complain here, but it just really does seem like every time I go to the grocery store, or any store for that matter, I spend so much money for mediocre food. Now, don't get me wrong, it's the same for feed prices too. But I mean, really, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I personally am fortunate to not have too many monthly bills. But what about those that do? What about those who have to pay rent and water bill and a power bill and a cable bill and a car bill? All of these bills. Where do these people get this money to pay their bills and buy their groceries? Seriously, it's come to a point where people have to choose between buying good, fresh food or paying their car payment. A lot of people can't do both. Here we are trying our best to raise our own food. We have a little garden. We'd love for it to be a bigger garden to grow most of the food that we consume. But that's a really hard thing to do. That in itself is a full-time job. I don't have the answers to these questions. I'm simply asking the questions. How are people surviving? How do people survive in the city, in the country, anywhere? When it costs $12 for a dozen organic eggs and it costs $9 or $10 for a pound of ground beef, mediocre, factory farmed ground beef, there's something wrong. How are people supposed to thrive in an environment like this? I could tell you all day long that you should quit your job and start farming, grow your own food, and make that the center of your entire being. What good is it going to do for me to tell you that? We don't do that. I have a full-time job. But it's to the point where I spend my wages to put in my tank to get back to work. And I know for darn sure I am not the only one. It does make one curious. What about this current system that we live in the United States of America is supposed to be sustainable for the individual person or for a body of people? Now, I do realize that not everybody has to pay $10 for a gallon of organic milk, but I don't think they're that far off. Eating food is one of the most necessary things on this planet for people to do. What would happen if we could increase the amount of good quality food at a lower cost? Keywords, good quality. What if we didn't have to depend on the grocery store so much? What if we could take one step at a time and become more self-sufficient? What if? I think it's possible. That's going to do it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon.
Good job, baby. That's excellent.
Is it?